might be wondering, how do I text a girl? Well, like anything involved with women, it's very complicated. So this is how you text a girl. First thing you do not text her. You can somehow avoid the first text and you can wait her out till she texts you. Do that. If you have to text her first, do not text hey or what's up or hello. Definitely don't text hello. That is creepy. Hello? Hello? You don't want to make it seem like you're doing nothing and you're boring. You need to start off with a funny joke or an interesting question or a fact. And if you're texting a girl to ask her out, do that first. And if you are asking her out, do not ask more than a week before the actual date. If you can, wait till the last day to ask her. So say you want to take the girl out on Friday, Wednesday or Thursday is probably the best day to ask. Now you're probably thinking, wow, that doesn't give the girl any time to make a decision. Exactly. You don't want a girl thinking about it. There's too much stuff that can go wrong. Girls like guys who are spontaneous. If you ask her out close to the date, the excitement's still there. If you ask her out too early, it loses its flair. You don't want to lose your flair. Don't bump. That is when you texted a girl something and she's yet to text you back and you're kind of getting anxious, so you text her again. The whole premise of texting a girl is to act like you're actually really busy while you're texting her. You don't have time to text girls. But there are some circumstances where you feel like you might need to bump. Now beware, this is like going for it on 4th down in football. If you bump her again and she ignores you, well, it's turnover on downs. Try to avoid the ... game. That's when you're in the middle of typing and you see ... and realize that she's typing, so you quickly delete everything so she can text you before you text her. This is also risky because she'll notice your ... and then she'll stop typing and delete everything, and you'll just see this game where no one's texting, but you'll just see ... then it goes away. ... and it goes away. Try to gather your thoughts in your head before you start typing and then type. But once you start, you really should commit and then hit send. It's a sign of weakness if she knows you're gonna text her, but then you give up. And if you have a new iPhone, you'll see this feature that you can see when people actually read your text messages. So with that and the ... feature, it basically feels like a face-to-face conversation, but it's not. You ever have someone text you and you really can't get to your phone and then later they're bitching at you because you didn't text them back? Text messaging is not a face-to-face conversation. If people are busy or they don't want to text you back, they don't have to. You gotta treat it like an answer machine. So if you do find that feature where people can see when they read your messages annoying, you can actually go into your iPhone settings and turn it off. Here's the biggest rule of all about texting. End the conversation. If you're constantly texting someone throughout the days and it's just kind of off and on and off and on, they're not true conversations, eventually you wear out. It just turns to this constant barrage of like crappy conversation because you're really not face to face to add all the expression and the adjectives. It's just not the same. Eventually you just become boring. Guys, always end the conversation first. Like, usually stop the conversation about a minute before you think it's over. This not only shows that you're busy and you have stuff to do, it also adds a little bit of suspense to the next time you text her or the next time she texts you. So do not fall asleep in the middle of text conversations. Always say goodnight or bye, whatever you say to end the conversation. Fuck off, see you later. So make sure you always end the conversation first. And hey, if all else fails, you can always call her. Alright, don't forget to like, favorite, and mash those keys below. This has been the Beardy Boy, and those have been my thoughts, straight out the beard. If you were texting a girl about your day and you're telling her a story, you're basically ruining the chance of having that conversation face to face. There's nothing worse than having a text conversation last 2 hours when you would have the conversation face to face in 2 minutes.